A record-winning mandate for the country's youngest Chief Minister last year has not made his job any easier. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav completes 1 year in office today, but it's been anything but a smooth ride. Law and order continues to be his nemesis, even as he came to power promising a rule very different from Samajwadi Party's brazen style of politics. And even though the Samajwadi Party government made headway in fulfilling some of its bold promises, like distribution of unemployment allowance, laptops, loan waiver for farmers and free irrigation water, the manner in which these schemes were offered has been fodder for the opposition that has questioned the motives of the government. Now, 3 days after Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav gave away laptops at a grand ceremony, the 19,000 rupee device is already beginning to malfunction. Some systems crashed after students tried to remove the opening image of Samajwadi Party Chief Mr Yadav and son Akhilesh. Anand has the story.
This is not just a startup screen, it's a political message and you tamper with it at your own risk. Tabriz Khan tried to remove the image of Mulayam and Akhilesh that beams at the user for 5 seconds during startup. His system came crashing down for tampering with the BIOS of his laptop. Now he's at the service center to get things repaired and restarted.
उन्होंने जो अपनी ड्राइव दी थी, सी ड्राइव दी थी, उनकी सब इसमें अपडेटेड सब सॉफ्टवेयर सब थे, लेकिन हमने एक्स्ट्रा जो है पार्टीशन किया था, हमारी फॉल्ट थी, हमने पार्टीशन किया और जो है फिर करप्ट हो गई फाइल, वो वही सही रिपेयर करवाना है तो सही हो गया.
There were others who committed the same mistake but chose to remain silent, fearing a political backlash. The government says only 20 out of 10,000 systems have had a breakdown so far, too small a number to call the situation alarming. But after these glitches, a new set of do's and don'ts will be communicated to the students. So if you have been given a laptop, then don't tamper with the BIOS to change Akhilesh and Mulayam Singh's image. Also, don't make memory partitions. They could trigger a crash down. The laptop is government property and selling it, misusing it or destroying it can lead to legal consequences. The government and the laptop provider Hewlett-Packard will now hold workshops to drive home these new rules so that students don't tamper with the machine and the political message. With camera person Ramesh Verma in Lucknow, Anand for NDTV.
And for more on that story, let's now go across to my colleague Anand Zanani, who joins us from Lucknow. Anand, after 1 year in office, what does the UP Chief Minister's report card look like? He'd of course come to power on promise of change, but law and order, as we've been saying, continues to be an area that leaves a lot to be desired.
Well, Neha, when you face 1 year in office, it's the people that you expect to give you a report card. But Akhilesh Yadav seems to have gone ahead and released his own report card, and he thinks he's blessed with flying colors. You see these full-page advertisements that people in Lucknow and across the country have woken up to. This is just one of the advertisements that talks about the various achievements of the government in various sectors, be it law and order, which also has been said to be Akhilesh Yadav's Achilles' heels: infrastructure, industrial development, handloom, transport, IT and electronics. And then this bleeding red ad of the newly released laptop, the newly distributed laptops to students. And these are all, front page and back page advertisements. The front page of the Times of India looks like this. You have a map of Uttar Pradesh that talks about celebrating 365 days in office and transforming 200 million lives. So this is perhaps an attempt by Akhilesh Yadav to communicate a message that all is well in Uttar Pradesh. But is that really true? There has been a lot of concern about the manner in which law and order has been handled, especially in the aftermath of the killing of the DSP in Kunda by none other than one of his ministers who's been accused of doing that. And those are the kind of things that perhaps Akhilesh Yadav is trying to offset with this publicity blitzkrieg that we've been seeing in today's newspapers. Now, he will be holding a press conference today, and it will be interesting to see how he takes these volley of questions that will come to him from the media. Also, recently, there's been a serious and a conscious attempt by the state government to project him as a progressive person. So the World Bank chief visiting Uttar Pradesh, the US Business Council holding meetings with him, holding the Uttar Pradesh Business Summit, and a lot of praise being showered by these people on the chief minister. But whether the people of Uttar Pradesh agree with the kind of assessment that the people from outside of the state are giving, that remains to be seen. And it'll be interesting to see the kind of responses we get from Akhilesh Yadav when the media questions him today in that press conference.
Right.